Okay. Is it audible to all? Ramling
Yes,
sir,
sir,
is it
it is
audible?
audible.
Yes, yes, okay. So, uh, hello everyone. Good morning to all, and thanks for joining today's webinar session. Myself, Professor Nilesh Zangde. I am hosting this webinar session, today's webinar session. I welcome first Mr. Akshay Sutar sir. Akshay Sutar sir, that is coordinator clinical data management IQVI Bangalore. I also welcome all the faculty members and dear students. Okay, so our Anna Saheb Dange College of Pharmacy have organized this webinar series, and in which around 44 experts from the different area we invited. And so just we seen this yesterday, this PCI president, that is Dr. B. Suresh, has given this webinar session, one-day webinar session, in which he mentioned about the adaptability to the digital platform and academics and industrial collaborations. So he focused on his webinar session are about digital platform use in academics and industrial and academic collaborations. Okay, so it was, and this 2 points focused is regarding this skillful graduates and postgraduates. So it was just an initial phase. So it is just an initial phase where we are using this digital platform, and as year goes on, we'll get the more user friendly digital platform for the education purpose. So coming back to this today's webinar session, so today's topic is overview on the clinical data management by Akshay Sutar sir. So he is a close friend of this Ramling Madi sir. So I request Ramling Madi sir to please introduce today's speaker. Ramling Madi sir. Hello. It is audible.
Yeah, it is audible, sir.
So Ramling Madi sir, please introduce today's speaker, sir.
I think Ramling lost connectivity. Nilesh sir.
Yes.
Nilesh sir. Hello.
I'm calling him back, sir.
Am I audible? This is.
Yes, sir.
I think Ramling lost connectivity, so you can introduce.
Audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is audible.
Okay. Thank you, Zangde, sir. First of all, good morning to all. Okay.
Good morning, sir.
First, I would like to, sir. Okay.
Okay.
First, I would like to welcome Mr. Akshay Sutar, sir, as a today's speaker for listen session. Okay. Then it is a he is my close friend, and we know each other since from pharmacy graduation. As I have mentioned, he has completed his Bachelor of Pharmacy at Rajaram Bapu College of Pharmacy, Kasegaon in Shivaji University, Kolhapur in 2016. As after completion of his graduation, B Pharmacy, his work as a packaging executive in Sandoz Pharmaceutical Private Limited, Karwa, Thane. After that move, he at TCS, I joined as a data operation coordinator in Mumbai, and he is 2 times awarded as a star performance in 2018 and 2019 respectively. So it is a current working as a data operation coordinator in domain clinical data management in IQVIA Bangalore. So I would like to request Mr. Akshay sir to continue his session. Hello.
Thank you, Ramling. Thank you, Ramling, sir.
Okay.
Oh, welcome, sir.
Akshay Sudhar, sir, you can now share your screen, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Just let me know when you are able to see my screen. Okay, are you able to see my screen? Hello?
No, sir.
Wait. Okay.
Okay.
Are you able to see now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, hi friends, my name is Akshay Sutar, and before 5 years, I was also sitting at your place. But today I got opportunity to host this lecture, and I hope you all will get this opportunity very soon. And today I'm working as a data operation coordinator in IQA Bangalore, and I have a 4.5 years of experience in different domain like medical coding, packaging executive, ETMF specialist, and clinical data management. But today I'll give overview about clinical data management, and one more thing I would like to add in my intro. I am also student of your Jagtap ma'am and close friend of your Ramling Mali sir. Okay, so I think this is the sufficient intro of mine, and I need to move to our today's topic. But before starting today's topic, I I hope you all will interact with me. Otherwise, it will get bored to you as well as me, because you all are college friends, and I hope few of you are aware about one side is not that much interested. So please try to interact with me in any language. Okay. So any language means only Hindi, English, and Marathi. Nilesh sir, just let me know I'm able to audible.
Sir, it is audible
Yes,
to.
sir.
Yes, sir. It is audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. So the now I wanted you all should know these terms because I will use this term frequently during my lecture. Okay. So first of all, subject means patient. Okay. And site means hospital where we conduct clinical trials. And protocol means user guide of clinical trials, means how clinical trials should be conducted. So method, then objectives, all is given in protocol. Okay. So and next is the sponsor means companies which are investigating new drugs. Okay, like a Pfizer, Novartis, Cipla, Amgen. Okay. Okay. So as I said, I like to interact during lectures. So now it's your turn to speak. So tell me before my webinar, has anybody discussed about clinical trial? Or I am the first?
I think
Hello.
you are the first. I think you are the first, Akshay sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. No, nobody have discussed related to clinical data.
Okay.
One thing, sir, Akshay sir, can you share a slideshow? Can you enable that slideshow?
Okay. Okay, I enabled. What happened?
Hello, Mulani sir.
Ah, yes, sir.
It was visible.
No, it is not visible. It is visible to you,
Yes, sir.
Akshay sir. Akshay sir,
What?
your screen is not visible to us.
Okay, actually I stopped video. Okay. Are you able to see me
Ye-
now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But do you want to see presentation right now?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
We are not,
Okay.
means our student wants to see your presentation, and we also.
Okay. Okay, are you able to see presentation now?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Just you enable that slideshow. This is view.
Okay. So if I ask after completion of B Farm, where would you like to job? Okay. So no doubt most of you will say pharma industry, academics, R&D, and very few of you will say PV. Okay, but beyond PV also there are a number of career options in corporate life science which you people don't know. That's not your fault since nobody awakened you about it before. I don't know exact reason why students from our area are not looking for means corporate jobs. If you wish to enjoy your college life, I think you should join corporate industry. And I think rather than PV, you can join as join CDM, regulatory affairs, medical coding, ETMF, medical writing, centralized monitoring. Eventually, final decision is yours. But I am not promoting my field. Everybody like me who is hosting this lecture will try to prove how their field is better, but I'll ask you all to choose the area of your interest. Okay, I think we have discussed more about the career options and don't want to make you too much bore. So now I want to move to our core topic, overview of clinical data management. So before initiating this, I would like to discuss thumb rule of clinical data management. If nothing has done, then nothing. If nothing has, sorry, nothing has done. If nothing has documented. Okay. If I ask, what evidence do you have for clearing 12th exam? You would say 12th mark sheet. Okay. But apart from this, nothing can be accepted as evidence anywhere, right? Like that, if any sponsor is working on new drug, they need to record it and finally need to submit this information to regulatory bodies to avail marketing permission of drug. Okay. So I think now you are aware that how much important is clinical data management. Okay, so now I would like to ask question you all: what is clinical trial and how many phases are there?
So, sir wants the session to be interactive. All should be involved in
Yes.
the session. So, if you know anything about this clinical trials, you can answer it. Participants, anyone want to answer?
Guys, you can answer in any language. I don't want perfect definition, so please tell me.
Hello.
Hello,
Ah, yes, sir.
what's your
Sir,
name?
generally, myself, Aditya Bandgar. I am from TYB Farm.
Okay, hi Aditya.
Uh, Hi, sir. So, generally, clinical trials involve the testing of the new drug entities on the volunteers, human volunteers, and they generally involves 4 phases.
Okay, thank you, Aditya. Very good job. So, clinical trials is a research investigation in which people are volunteering to test new treatment. Okay. So, in clinical trials, people are volunteering, means people are participating, and trials are conducted on peoples. Okay. This is known as clinical trials. And there are four phases like our 4 years of degree. Okay. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4. But there is one more phase, phase 0. Okay, but here is no etiquette option like our degree. If we failed in phase 1, we don't conduct phase 2. We have to return and work again on it, and again we have to pass phase 1. Okay, so phase 0, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4. These four phases are in clinical trials. Phase 0 is known as microdosing. Phase 1 is conducted to decide maximum tolerable dose, means how much dose can patient administer. This study has conducted in phase 1. Okay, and in phase 2, efficacy and safety of dose is studied into phase 2. Okay, and in phase 3, uh, more than 1,000 subject participates from different countries and clinical trials conducted on those subjects. And in phase 3, sponsor request new drug application, means submit new drug application to regulatory authorities, and regulatory authorities issue uh, permission to market this drug. And after drug coming into market, the phase 4 trials are coming into picture. And I think in previous lecture you have heard about phase 4, that is pharmacovigilance, right? So now we will speak about clinical data management, and clinical data management comes in picture and in phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Okay, so now I'm moving to our next slide. But before moving to next slide, I would like to ask you, what is CDM? What do you think? What is CDM?
Okay.
Clinical data management.
So we'll just see who is interested to answer this.
You can give any rubbish answer, don't care, but just try, speak up. Hi, Prathamesh.
Prathamesh, anyone want to answer? What is CDM? Clinical data management.
Okay,
Shubham
I
Chavan.
think
Shubham.
nobody wants to answer.
I think Shubham want to answer.
Hi, Shubham Sawant.
Shubham Chavan.
Hi, sir.
Okay.
Hi. Hi, Prathamesh.
Sir, CDM is the data collection of the clinical trials, and we have to prepare a document of that clinical trials as a proof that which we have done in the clinical trials.
Okay. Who is answering currently, Prathamesh or Shubham?
Shubham Chavan.
Okay, Shubham, great job.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Prathamesh, just mute yourself. I'm not getting the option from here side. Prathamesh Patil. Okay. Sir, continue, sir.
Okay. So, clinical data management is the process in which data generated from clinical trials is computerized for efficient and comprehensive analysis. Okay. CDM activities lead to the collection of reliable, high quality, statistically sound data from the clinical trials. This data helps in extreme reduction in time from drug development process to marketing stage. Okay, so generally CDM means we manage data collected in the clinical trials. What we manage? Completion of data, correction of data, quality of data, integrity of data, store and collection of data. Okay, since depends on this data, statistical programmer illustrate complete trial picture to regulatory bodies and issue permission to sponsor, marketing permission. Okay, this is the importance of clinical data management. Okay, now I'm moving to next slide. Anybody has question regarding what is clinical data management?
No, sir. What we do, we will take the questions regarding this clinical data management at the end.
Okay, no issue. Thank you. Okay, so CDM evolution. CDM has evolved from data entry process to diverse process now to provide clean data in a usable format in timely manner, provide a database fit for use, ensuring data are clean and database is ready for lock. But now we manages entry of CRF data, system and process designed to identify buyer data, generate and track CRF queries, interact with site personnel to resolve data issues. Guys, I think these terms are getting bounced to, so please tell me if you are not getting any term. I'll explain it. Okay. So first we will discuss about database. Okay, CDM is the study means data operation procedure, right? Means we are collecting data. So for collecting data means we need to media to collect data, right? So database is the medium where data is locating, okay, and where site entering subject data means hospitals are entering subject data into database. Okay, so we are using mediums like Rave, Inform, Oracle Clinical, Clean Trials like tools. You can call it as a software also. Okay, so we are using these softwares for CDM. Okay, so now moving to the objectives of CDM. Okay, to ensure the collected data is complete and accurate so that results are correct, that trial database is complete, accurate, and true representation of what took place in trial. That trial database is sufficiently clean to support statistical analysis and its subsequent presentation and interpretation. Okay, these are the objectives of CDM. First objective is data need to come up completely clean. Okay, data need to correct and integrate. Okay, these are the objectives. And I'm moving to the next slide. It's all about data. Okay, so first, if any sponsor wants to conduct clinical trial, the sponsor will make advertisement. Okay, means if sponsor want to investigate new drug on cancer, okay, that time sponsor will make advertisement to recruit cancer patients. Means for investigating new drug or check how efficient their drug on cancer, they need cancer patients, so they will make advertisement first. After advertisement, they will take ICF, informed consent form, from subject. Informed consent form is the one type of agreement in which the subject can participate willingly into clinical trial, as well as they can uh, move out from trial anytime. There's no means no any uh, force to subject to be in clinical trial till the end of study. Subject can leave clinical trial at any time. After taking ICF, subject will come for a visit to hospital at that investigator. Investigator is the doctors or coordinators like a nurse and all. They will uh, diagnose that subject. They will take samples, they will dispense medicine to subject. Okay, and after taking samples, they will send the samples to laboratories. Okay, and they will send samples to laboratories, and laboratories will send data to data manager. Okay, and data manager, if data manager has any doubt or query regarding any sample data or any missing sample data, data manager can't connect directly to investigator. Monitor is the link between investigator and data manager. Okay, if there is any doubt regarding to data manager will ask monitor to connect with site and correct this. Okay, and after that, data manager, after collection, validation, correction of data, statistician and clinician will work on data and submit those data to regulatory authority, and while submitting new drug application. And regulatory, based upon this data, regulatory authority will issue a license to sponsor for marketing. Okay, so this is all about the clinical trial. Now multidisciplinary disciplinary team. Okay, means clinical investigator, site coordinator, pharmacologist, biostatistician, clinical research associate, regulatory agencies, and clinical data management. So clinical investigator means doctors. Okay, site coordinators means site staff, hospital staff like nurses and all. Pharmacologist will help to decide dose, means how much dose should be given to uh, subject, that is patient. Okay, and biostatisticians will illustrate the picture of trial to regulatory authority, and clinical research associate or monitors will perform audit inspection to site, whether site is means following protocol or not, site is performing their job correctly or not. This is the work of clinical research associate and regulatory agencies. Okay, so I think you all are aware about regulatory agencies. So I'd like to know from you all, what is regulatory agencies? I want to know also which is the regulatory agency of India.
So you can answer, participants. You can try to answer. You can raise your hand
Hello.
and you can answer. What is the regulatory authority? No one?
If you're not answering, I will pick from this list. So please answer.
So you can repeat the question, sir, again.
Regulatory bodies, what is regulatory body or authority? Okay. And which is the regulatory body of India? Means for performing clinical trial in India, whose permission we require?
Okay.
I think someone is messaging me. Mujib Mullah.
You can unmute yourself and you can answer. Mujib. Hello.
Oh,
Sir, I will check it.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
hello.
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 Sir. Food safety and standard is also a team which can be regulate agencies as well as AICTE.
Okay. Okay, good try. But Food, Drug and FDA is the regulatory authority of USA. Okay, and our India's regulatory body is the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization, CDSCO. Okay, CDSCO controls clinical trials conducted in the India. There are number of regulatory bodies for different fields, like a BCCI, Board of Control of Cricket in India. BCCI controls all matches conducting into India. Like that way, CDSCO is controlling clinical trials conducting across India. Okay, so for Australia, TGA is their regulatory body. FDA is US, MCC for South Africa, and MHLW for Japan. Okay. So these are the regulatory bodies. Now I'm moving to the next slide. I'm not explaining clinical data management because we are currently discussing about it. So don't want to waste my time and yours as well. Okay, so case report form. Okay, so when you're visiting to hospital, you need to take case report, right? So have you seen what data elements are given in that case report form? Hello?
Sir.
Hello? Am I able to hear you?
Sir, repeat it once again.
When you visit to hospital, nearby hospital, first you have to take case report, right?
Okay.
So what data elements means what things are
Particulars.
given on that case report?
Okay. So please answer.
I think someone
Participant.
is messaging me. Jia Jamdar.
Jia, you can unmute yourself and you can answer. Jia, you can answer.
Okay, age, weight, name. Okay,
Jia,
you are correct, Jia. You can speak.
Hello,
Hello.
sir. We have to, sir, give some data related to ourselves, including name, age, gender, address, or any previous disease if present.
Yeah, right. So there is a history, medical history, family history, personal details, and there are certain visits plus lab data also. Okay. So
Okay.
case report form and case report is for our means regular hospital visits, but in clinical data management, we have ECRF, electronic case report forms. Okay, there's no paper forms. Initially, they were also using paper forms, but now they're using electronic case report forms. Okay, so there are two types of CRFs used in clinical research. That is traditional paper CRF and improvised electronic CRF. Paper CRF is the traditional way of data capture, a better option if studies are small and vary in design. Whereas ECRFs are considered if studies are large with similar design. In the current global scenario, ECRF are preferred over paper CRFs as they are less time consuming and also encourage the sponsor or pharmaceutical company to carry out multi-centric studies at the same time due to ease of administration. It is designed in such a way that data entry can be done with minimal errors. Moreover, the regulatory authorities are readily accepting submissions in which validated electronic data capture systems are used. Means when subject means patients visiting to site, that is hospital, at that time investigator means doctor will take height, weight, then samples and observations of patient and enter this data into case report form. Okay, and there we have to work on that case report form, means how they are completing, is there any field missing, if this is missing then why it is missing. Okay, so like that way we have to perform operations in clinical data management. So this is the fundamental thing in clinical data management. Okay, now I'm moving to the next slide. If you are not getting things, please ask. Okay, so data or CRF design review. Data or CRF review, design review, a representation of study as outlined in protocol is made available. Therefore, the final protocol needs to be available before activity can be initiated. Okay, so first of all, we will discuss about protocol. Protocol. Protocol is a document that describes how clinical trials will be conducted. It contains design. Design means how many visits should be there and what should be the dose, then methodology, how should be dose given, what tests should be performed, and objectives, what would be the end point of clinical trial, and intentions. Okay, protocol contain these things. Okay, so plus it will give a idea about the medicine. Okay, so this is a protocol. CRF design usually takes about 3 rounds: final draft, second draft, and final version. Okay, means in 3 phases, CRF have to design like final, second, and final. Okay, final draft, second draft, and final version. Okay, now I'm going to the next slide because it's almost well and we have to finish this within time. Okay, how database looks. As I said already, we are using Rave, Oracle Clinical, uh, Clean Trial, and Inform as a database. Okay, so our software look like this. You can see here there are visits are given. Okay, and these visits means CRFs, eCRFs, under on which we will collect data, subject data. Okay, and you can see the right side open queries, answered queries. Okay, so if you have any doubt regarding data, will raise query on CRF and site will answer to those queries. To this application, we as well as site as well as monitor have access to these applications. Okay, now I'm going to the next slide. Okay, electronic data collection. I think we have discussed this initially. Means how patient recruited into trial and how data is collected. So I'm not discussing this. I'm moving to the next page, data
Sir, I
collection.
think,
Okay.
hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello. One
Hello.
participant has raised the question. I think want to raise question. Vishwajit.
Okay.
Vishwajit. Vishwajit.
हाँ sir,
You have raised your
previous slide.
Okay, sir. Take the previous slide, sir.
Yeah, which electronic data collection or how database
Yes,
looks?
this one, sir. Okay.
हाँ sir. हाँ sir.
Okay,
Yes,
continue.
Vishwajit, go ahead. Ask your doubt.
Sir, please repeat the slide, sir.
Okay, so this is the home page of our tool. Okay, means we are using Rave, Oracle Clinical, Inform, Clean Trials, like these tools to collect data collection, right? Sorry, to collect data of subject. Okay, so this is the home page, and you can see here there is visits are given. Okay, and these visits are as per the protocol. Okay, and in right side there is open queries, answered queries. These options are given. When we have query regarding to data, we'll query uh, under to that visit, and site will check that query and answer to that query. Okay, and like that way we'll clean data. Okay, is this sufficient, Vishwajit, or you need more clarification?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, is this sufficient or you need more clarification?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay.
Okay, so data collection. Okay, so after subject visiting to site, investigator will take observations, samples, and those data site will enter into Rave that I already shown previous slide, right? The homepage of our tool, Rave. Okay. So data collection, also called as a data acquisition, can be accomplished by the use of paper or electronic medical records, interactive voice response system, local electronic capture system, or central web-based system. Okay. So a CRF is a data collection tool. Okay, as I said already, when we visit to hospital, we have to take case report. Okay, on that case report, doctor will enter information, means our weight, age, then height. Like that way, we will also means site will also enter information of subject. Okay, a CRF is a data collection tool used in clinical trial to support investigators and coordinators in capturing all protocol required information. Okay, a well-designed CRF facilitates data collection and entry and directly benefits other facets of data management and statistical analysis. Okay, so as I discussed already, we are using Rave, Inform, Oracle Clinical Trials like these tools for collection of data. Okay, now moving to the next slide. CRF tracking. Okay, before that, I would like to, okay, I'll discuss later about IVRS. Okay, CRF tracking. A CRF tracking is a system is essential to ensure that all the required CRFs are collected. Also, it becomes useful in determining which monitors or sites are having trouble in completion or collecting CRFs in timely manner. CRFs can also be tracked for missing pages and illegible data manually to assure that the data are not lost. The entries documented in CRF will be examined by clinical research associate. Okay, for completeness, these CRFs are then handed over to CDM team. The CDM team will track the retrieved CRFs and maintain their record. Okay, so CRF tracking means for a single patient, means if one patient is visiting to hospital, then as per the protocol, suppose there are 50 visits for that subject, means subject have to visit 50 times, means suppose visit is bi-weekly visit, means every week visit subject has to visit site. Okay, means that is hospital. So 50 week subject have to come hospital and 50 week subject have to administer drug. Okay, so 50 times a site have to fill that ECRF, right? Means we need 50 pages from for a single patient. Okay, but sometimes subject fails to reach site. For example, during Corona, like lockdown, subject can't go to site. Okay, and can't administer drug. Okay, so site can't enter data into that CRF. Okay, so our work is what? Why subject has not filled this CRF? So we will query to site why this is missing. So site will answer due to Corona, due to lockdown, subject can't visit site, and that's why we are not able to submit this CRF. Like this way, we are tracking ECRFs. Okay. Now move to next slide.
Sir,
Data.
hello.
Okay. Hello.
One question is there, Vishwajit. Hello, Vishwajit.
Hi, Vishwajit. Hello.
Yes, sir. हाँ सर
Yes.
ते पहिला तुम्ही म्हटलं ना डाटा एंट्री मध्ये
Hmm.
ज्या डाटा वापरता गाईडलाईन्स कोणत्या वापरता?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
हॅलो सर.
Yes.
हा सर, याच्यामध्ये डाटामध्ये ज्या हे वापरायच्या असतात गाईडलाईन्स कोणत्या वापरायच्या?
Okay. Means ECRF completion guidelines, right? Okay.
हा सर.
I'll come to that point later. Means I have that point in
Okay, you
discussion.
can continue laterwards, sir. Okay,
Okay.
you can answer it laterwards, sir.
ओके सर.
Okay. I'll definitely answer. Okay, when I move to the data validation. So data validation helps to develop clinical trial database that are comprehensive and superior in quality to meet the study's objectives and comply with regulatory standards. Okay, one of the common procedure adopted to validate clinical trial database is batch validation. In batch validation, one executes a series of checks and that are developed to validate clinical trial database. Discrepancy in the data. Discrepancy means query. Okay, doubt. Discrepancy in the data is one of the major issue in data validation. It is defined as data points which doesn't pass validation checks. Okay, this may be because of range checks, deviation from the protocol, inconsistent and missing data. Edit check programs are embedded in the database to identify discrepancies in the entered data, thus ensuring validity of the data. Okay, so edit check means system query. Suppose if you are entering wrong data into system that is on CRF, then auto query will populate there. Okay, I'll give you example. Okay, so as per the ECRF guidelines, site has to enter data into database. Okay, otherwise it will be considered as an error. Okay, for example, we can enter date by using number of ways, right? That for example, date is 15 December 2010. Okay, so we can write it as a 15 slash 12 2010. Okay, we can write as well as 15 dash 12 2010. We can write 15 DEC, that is December 2010. Okay, and we can also write it as 12 slash 15 2010. Okay, to avoid these variations, data entry guidelines are necessary. Okay, means clinical trials are performing across the world. Okay, so as per their as per their method, means as per their country method, sites are entering their dates as per their method. Okay, so to avoid these variations, user data entry guidelines are necessary. Okay, so data entry guidelines will specify dates should be in DD, MM, YYYY format. Means 15 December 15 slash 12 2010. In that format, date should be necessary. Okay, and if we are entering date like 15 DEC 2010, then query will populate there. Okay, so site will correct date according to ECRF completion guidelines. Okay, I think Vishwajit, this is the answer of your question, right? Hello, Vishwajit.
Yes sir. Yes.
So
Yes
we
sir.
have to follow ECRF completion guideline to make accurate data entry. Okay, to keep equality. Okay, I'm going to the next slide. Okay, I'd like to discuss more about data validation. Data validation is very helpful to complete CRF with accurate data. It generates discrepancies or queries on the data points where site has entered incorrect data. For example, subject died in between the study due to toxicities or adverse event. Okay, after subject date, we can't expect data, right? Because after subject's date, subject can't visit to that site, right? So site can't collect subject's data after subject date. But for the one cycle, so site has entered date after subject date. For example, subject died on 12 Jan 20 and site has entered date as 12th March 20. So query will fire their system query because date is entered after subject date. Okay, like that way data validation works. Okay, so another example is subject has entered visit date, but other fields are left blank. Okay, means visit has done, visit has done, but other fields like height, weight are left blank. Okay, so value missing query will fire there. Okay, so site will go back and enter data. Otherwise, specify that visit has not done, or that means they didn't collect this data. Okay, so now moving to the next point. I would like to give daily life example related to data validation. I hope you have experienced this scenario in your real life. While filling online forms, sometimes we forget to add something, and while submitting the form at the end, error pop-ups on your screen for missing data. Like this way, data validation work in ECI, in clinical data management. Okay, now discrepancy management. Okay, discrepancy management is the process of cleaning subject data in clinical data management. It includes manual checks and program checks. Okay, some discrepancies that require response from study site are querying by raising data clarification form. Okay, in some cases it also includes reviewing the discrepancies, scrutinizing the reason, and concluding them along with documentary evidence or stating them as unworkable. CDM team evaluates every discrepancy in database at the regular interval to ascertain that they have been resolved. Okay, means we have to check all discrepancies are closed or not. We are frequently checking this, whether sites are closing discrepancy or not. This is the part of data cleaning. Okay, so during final submission there shouldn't be any open query. Okay, so there is two types of queries. One is the manual query and another is the program. Program means system will fire their query. System means their tool, ECRF, that is Rave. Rave will automatically fire query. Like I said, if you are while filling any form, online form, if you forget to enter data, pop-up will reflect there. Okay, like this way system will file their queries. And another way is manual review, manual queries. Okay, so during manual review, okay, means we have to go in database one by one and check whether the data is completed or not, whether it is correct or not. If it is incorrect, will raise manual query there. Okay, so two types of query are there. One is the manual and another is the program. Okay, so next is the database lock. So database locking is done to prevent further changes in clinical trial database. Database locking is done after review, query resolution, and determination has been made that the database is ready for analysis. All the data management activities must be concluded preceding the database lock. To ensure this condition, a pre-lock checklist is prepared and successful accomplishment of all activities is confirmed. After obtaining the consent from all the stakeholders, database is locked and clean data can be extracted for statistical analysis. Post-locking, the database cannot be altered in any way. However, only in case of a critical situation or any crucial operation reasons, privileged clients can access and amend the data even after database is locked. Okay, means database locking done after completion of all study subjects treatment. Okay, as I said, there are 50 visits. Okay, after completion of 50 visits, database will get locked. Okay, yes, but before locking, we have to clean data. We have to close all queries. Okay, there shouldn't be any query open. Okay, after locking database, nobody can change data. Okay, but in critical situation, only few persons have access to unlock data. In critical situation, only in critical situation we can unlock locked database. Otherwise, no, we can't unlock data after locking. Okay, and after database locking, we statistical programmer will work on that and illustrate this information to regulatory authorities, and authority will issue permission to sponsor. Okay, based on this data. Okay, till okay, next is the phases of CDM. Okay, so anybody has question till this? Nilesh sir?
Okay. If you have any question, you can ask it. Up to now. Okay. You can raise your hand.
I think it is understanding or going bouncer.
It's okay, sir. No.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Session is very knowledgeable and understanding also.
Okay, thank
Good,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good, good.
Okay.
You can continue, sir.
So, okay, thank you. So there are 3 phases of CDM. Okay, so these phases are different and phases of clinical trials are different. Okay, so 3 phases are phases of CDM: startup, conduct, and closeout. Okay, so there are 4 phases of clinical trial: phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. We have to perform data management operations in all phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 phases. Phase 4 is the post marketing phase, that is pharmacovigilance. So we are not touching that phase. Okay, when phase 1 of clinical trial gets succeed, sponsor move to next phase of clinical trial, that is phase 2. Okay, and under each phase of clinical trial we have to perform startup, conduct, and closeout operations of clinical trial. For example, as I said, there are 4 phases of clinical trial, like your degree years, means first year, second year, third year, fourth year. Okay, so every year you have to go through syllabus, lectures, and exams. Okay, so startup, conduct, and closeout is like a syllabus, lectures, and exams. Okay, like that way, for every phase we have to perform startup, conduct, and closeout. For example, every year you have to go through syllabus, then lectures, then exams. Okay, so we will also perform startup, conduct, and closeout in each phase till the phase 3. Okay, so now I'm starting startup phase of the clinical trial. So in startup phase is like a syllabus. Okay, So in startup phase, you will get to know after seeing the syllabus, means what we have to learn in this term. Okay, like this way, we means syllabus is the syllabus books is the raw material of our exam preparation, right? Like that way, protocol, ECRF specific creation, ECRF layout, means ECRF design, for what query should fire, that is edit check specification, then team formation and training, means for sites, means hospitals, trials are conducting at hospitals, so we have to train those peoples, means how you should conduct these trials, right? Then preparation of data management plan. Data management plan means the structure, how data will move from startup till the end till the end. Okay, so data management plan is the most important document of CDM. Next is the preparation of other DM or non-DM documents. Okay, SA reconciliation guideline, data coding specification, ECRF testing approval. Okay, so startup means raw material of conduct phase. Okay, so this is the flow diagram of startup. Okay, so first of all, protocol will take place, means if sponsor want to take investigative drug on cancer, then we have to make protocol for that. We have to make rules, we have to make methods, how clinical trials should conduct. Okay, and based on that protocol we will design ECRF, means how many visits should be there. Okay, after that database will design. Database means ECRF will initially generate on paper, and this as per the paper ECRF, we will generate electronic ECRF, means database rave. How electronic case report form will reflect in database. Okay, means this is the work of programmer. Okay, we will give only idea, means how many things we want in electronic case report. Okay, and after that what we have performed. Okay, means that is electronic case report form, which is working correctly or not. Okay, which is firing queries correctly or not, which we will test, which is called as user acceptance testing. Okay, and after passing user acceptance test, then only this raw material will pushed into production, that is in conduct phase, only and only after passing user acceptance test. Okay, so now I'm moving to the next slide. Next is the conduct activities. What are the conduct activities? We have already discussed: query generation, data validation, lab reconciliation, medical coding, and SE reconciliation. Okay, so as I said, uh, lectures and practicals are the conduct phase. Okay, like that way, in practically subject visiting to hospital. Okay, and we are collecting subject data, and after that we are entering that data into uh, electronic case report form, that is a rave tool. Okay, and after that we'll perform data validation as we discussed earlier, that is a data cleaning and query generation. Okay, then site will take samples and send those samples to laboratory. Okay, okay, and after that medical coding, I would like to discuss about a medical coding. Medical coding means if we are conducting trials across the world. Okay, so India is calling fever as a hyperthermia, and other countries are calling fever as a high temperature or fever. Okay, so to to avoid this variation. Okay, but these terms are different but meaning is the same. Okay, so to convert all these terms to terms into unique term, we will code these terms. Okay, So this is called as a medical coding. And next thing is the ESA reconciliation. Okay, so in previous lecture, I hope you would have heard about the ESA. So I'd like to know from you, what is ESA? Hello, I
Uh,
would like to know what is ESA.
okay. So anyone want to answer?
Definitely, you would have heard this term in previous lecture.
Yes. If you want to answer, please raise your hand. Or just unmute yourself and answer it.
I hope people have attended previous lecture.
So it's a severe adverse event.
Aditya?
Hello.
Hello.
So it's a severe adverse.
Okay, so this is the serious adverse event. Okay,
Okay.
ESA means serious adverse event, and they have separate database. Like we have here CDM database, which we call RAVE. Okay, so they have a different database, PV database, like Argus. Okay, so they are using Argus software, and we are using RAVE. And when subject suffering through any serious adverse event, then PV peoples are also working on that, and that ESA also did to report, means record in RAVE. Okay, so reconciliation means what recorded into RAVE and what has recorded into Argus. We need to check that both information should be same. Okay, so we will check whether the data recorded into Argus and RAVE is correct or not. If it is not correct, we will issue query. We will ask site. Okay, so this is called as ESA reconciliation. Now I'm going to the next. Okay, this is the flow diagram of conduct activities. Okay, so activated database. As I said, after user acceptance testing, database means that is the ECRF, electronic CRF, will be pushed into production. Okay, this is called as the activated database. And after that, data entry will be done. Means site will enter data. After site entering data, discrepancy management will be performed. This is a system and program discrepancies. Okay, after that, coding will be done. Medical coding team will code the terms. Okay, and separate data reconciliation. As I said, ESA reconciliation, it will take place as well. Okay, so query generation for all the missing data, missing visits, and missing fields, and after that, resolution of queries. Okay, and manual QC will take place. Means in conduct activities, data collection and data validation will take place. Okay, now I'm going to the next slide. Next is the study closeout activities. As I discussed earlier, database locking takes place in closeout activities. Okay, final data checking, then query operation of the missing data, missing visits, missing pages, missing responses to required field, quality control and quality assurance, data management, report generation and approval, complete data management review, yes, Devi, source data verification, and completion of pending signatures by investigator, and finally freezing of ECRFs and locking of CRFs and data transfer. Okay, so after conduct phase completes, means after all visits done, database will the closeout phase will start. Okay, in closeout phase, we will, before locking the database, we will check whether all queries are closed or not. Okay, then source data verification. Source data verification means what site has recorded, what observation site took, which has recorded into rave are matching or not. Okay, we will check that. This is called as a source data verification, and this activity has done by CRA, Clinical Research Associates. Also, we called it as monitors, and it performs audits and inspection to site. Okay, so this is the closeout activities. Once all after that, soft freeze and hard freeze will be done. Okay, means all data is clean. Then we will lock the CRF. Okay, after locking, nobody will enter data and nobody will make any changes into data. Okay, after locking CRFs, investigator means hospital physician, that is doctor will sign the ECRF, that is all data provided is correct. Okay, so he will confirm this by signing the CRF. This is called as a investigator signature. Okay, and after this I'm moving to the next slide. Okay, flow diagram of closeout activities. Okay, after discrepancy management, safety data reconciliation, coding term. Okay, all this after finishing of these activities, query operation for all the missing data. Okay, this will be done. Query management will be done, and after that we will log every CRF and take signature of investigators on that, as confirming that data provided is correct and accurate. Okay, this is the closeout activities. And after everything has done, uh, biostatisticians will illustrate this picture to regulatory bodies, and regulatory authorities will issue permission or license for marketing of drug. Okay, now I'm moving to the next slide. Why labs? Okay, so what is the importance of lab in data management? Okay, so there are two types of labs. One is the central lab and another is the local lab. Central lab means only one lab will be used in across the world. That is Quest, Q Square are the central labs. Means they have units in different countries. Okay, so like a Apple is the brand and they have outlets in different countries. Okay, so everywhere their product is available. Like that way, the Quest and Q Square, Parexel, these are the central labs, and these labs are available across the world. Okay, so two types of labs used into clinical trial. One is the central lab, and another is the local lab. Local lab means if outlet is not present, we'll go to nearby lab. Okay, so for sample, for checking the samples, means in blood samples or urine samples, they will check blood platelet count, WBC count, RBC count. Then mm, they will check levels of your thyroxine, means levels of enzymes, and on the basis of we will examine whether our drug is means working on disease, means that is cancer or not, how efficient our drug is working. Okay, that's why these labs are important in clinical trial. Okay, so now I'm moving to the next slide. External data types. Okay, so external data types are like you are seeing here images like there is one scan like our X-ray is called as a MRI. Then there is one tab has given is called as IPRO, electronic patient reported outcomes. Okay, and you are seeing there one person is discussing with discussing on phone. Okay, so this is the IVRS method, that is interactive voice response system. And another is you are seeing few test tubes and glassware. So these are the central lab. Okay, these are the external data types. Okay, so we will collect, means every lab don't have a MRI machine, so we have we will collect data from vendors, means hospitals or labs who are having MRI will approach them to check disease progression, and will take data from those hospitals or labs. EPRO means electronic patient reported outcomes, in which sponsor gives tab to patient. Okay, and in tab there is a questionnaire. So after administering drug, the patient have to means fill that questionnaire, means how they are feeling, means is there any adverse event, and at what time they have took they have administered drug. All these parameters will be reported into that questionnaire. And IVRS is the system, interactive voice response system. Interactive voice response system means when you calling to customer service, the system will ask you, press 1 for data roaming, press 2 for data internet data related options, press 3 to call talk with our customer care service officer. Like that way, we will collect data by using IVRS in clinical trials. Okay, and central lab data. This data we are not entering into electronic CRF. That's why we are calling this as external data types, and we have to analyze or review this data manually. Okay, so these are the external data types. And okay, that's it. And this is the revision of the complete clinical data management. So initially we will design database, then data collection, then data entry will take place. After data entry, data validation will take place, then data cleanup, data analysis, data reporting, and data presentation to the regulatory authorities. And based on it, regulatory authority will issue license to sponsor. Okay, so that's it from my side. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Sir, hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to stop your screen so I can share my screen from here.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, please ask it. Just raise your hand. Participants.
I know session was very lengthy. Sorry for that.
No, sir. It's okay, sir. Very informative session.
Okay,
Please
thank
ask your
you.
question, participants. Hello, sir. There is one question from my side.
Hello. Okay, continue.
Okay, if you are working in one firm,
Okay.
so that is a project-based working is there, no, in CDM.
Yes.
So if you want to shift from one firm to another firm, then
Okay.
the project may also differ there in there.
Yes, sponsors
So
are different there.
that will may affect your entering into the another firm or not.
No, actually, it's good opportunity to learn new things. Okay, actually, basic things are same everywhere, but general methods are different. So it is not affecting us Okay, otherwise, we are getting the opportunity to learn new things. Any other question?
Hello, Akshay sir.
Yeah, continue, ma'am.
Uh-huh. Yes, sir, your session was very knowledgeable and it was excellent, sir.
Okay, thank you so much.
Because you explained each and every slide with the example, with diagrammatic flow, diagrammatic representation, and tree diagrams. That was
Okay.
interesting point. I have a simple question that from starting of drug investigation phase
Okay.
and till it reaches to the market, is there any time limit? Is there any time limit placed, or it do not have any time limit?
Yes, they have time limits. The time limits. They have to perform certain operations within a certain time provided by sponsors. Okay, but situations like means Corona pandemic and other situations affect on that time limit, and it extend means procedure of launching drug extends.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome. Any other question?
Participants, you can ask your questions.
From students, I'd like to hear from students.
Aditya, okay.
Okay, Aditya Bangar. Okay, CDM, how the validation and verification can be?
Differentiated.
CDM, how the validation and verification can be differentiated? Okay, so validation takes place at CDM and verification, that is the source data verification. This activity is performed by monitor, that is the CRA, clinical research associate. Okay, so clinical research associate will visit site and check whether site is entering data correctly into eCRF or not, and in the validation we will query to site. Okay, means like date is not entered correctly, like that way. This is the difference, means we are performing validation and CR is performing source data verification. This is the difference. I hope this is the satisfactory answer.
Adit, yes, it is telling, he is telling yes. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Next question. Okay.
Guys, you can message me also.
So please go ahead with your questions. Okay, Shubham Sawan have one question. Shubham, you can
Okay.
unmute yourself. Shubham. Shubham. Okay. Shubham, go ahead with your
Sir,
question.
here is
Okay, which are the opportunities in this field? Okay, opportunities, there are multiple opportunities because you'll get to see every time Naukri and all other mails are coming from Naukri.com for clinical data management personals. Okay, but initially you have to struggle. Okay, for freshers everywhere have to struggle. Okay, and now pharmaceutical industries are also starting clinical data management operations. Okay, so I forgot to discuss difference between clinical research organization, BPO, business providing operations. Okay, so business providing operations industries like TCS and Cognizant. Okay, they provides their business means provide services CDM, PV to sponsors like GSK, Novartis, okay, and clinical research organizations means clinical research organizations means sponsors will give contract to clinical research organizations like IQVIA, Paraxel, then ICON. These are the clinical research organization. They will perform clinical trial activities behalf of sponsors. Okay, this is the difference between clinical research organization and BPO industries. But now pharmaceutical industries are starting their unit as well to cost cutting, like Eli Lilly, GSK. They have started Novartis. So there are different opportunities in this field.
Shubham,
Okay.
have you got your
Aditya
answer?
Banga wants to ask question.
Okay.
Okay. Aditya Banga wants to ask question regarding COVID-19. How clinical research or CDM is working? Actually, due to lockdown, this is impacting on subject visits. Okay, that's why there is data missing, data delay, visit missing, and this is impacting. That's why we are not getting data from sites. Okay, so there is a low workload currently, and it's impacting on data management as well as other operations also. Okay, any other questions?
Sir, regarding the reprofiling or repositioning of drug, okay, there is any difference in this process
Okay.
for new drug or reprofiling drug?
Reprofiling, I think reprofiling means generic, right? And new drug means it's completely new drug. Okay, new entity, new molecule, right? And reprofiling means we will change structure. Okay, and
Reprofiling, I think it's about this existing drug we are again using for the new things like hydroxychloroquine. They're reprofiling. They're using for this corona.
yeah, I understood your questions. Means hydroxychloroquine we are using for malaria, but now we are trying this on COVID also, right? So this is reprofiling, and new drug means it's completely new drug. It's completely new innovation. Okay, if any company will investigate new vaccine, okay, then this is the new drug. This is not reprofiling of drug.
Anything is there? Question from participants? Ajay Mali, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead with your question, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
हॅलो सर.
Yes.
स्टुडंटला असे काही कोर्सेस वगैरे करायला अवेलेबल आहेत का की आपण जे काही क्लिनिकल मध्ये सॉफ्टवेअर्स वगैरे वापरतात त्याच्या रिलेटेड ऍज अ बी फार्म स्टुडंट किंवा ऍज अ डी फार्म स्टुडंट आहेत त्यांना काही असे कोर्सेस वगैरे करायला अवेलेबल आहेत का आणि ते कोर्सेस झाल्यानंतर त्यांना चांगली अपॉर्च्युनिटी मिळू शकते असं काय आहे का?
Yes, definitely. A good question. Actually, मला वाटतं B.Pharm नंतरच B.Pharm is the minimum eligibility criteria for CDM. Okay, so after B.Pharm you can do SAS programming. Okay, SAS programming for database designing. Okay, so तुम्ही जर हे केलं तर तुम्हाला चांगल्या पॅकेज नक्कीच भेटू शकेल. अँड आता सध्या म्हणजे आता कोविडच्या सिच्युएशन मध्ये सुद्धा याची फार डिमांड आहे याच्या मार्केटमध्ये. सो मला वाटतं स्टुडंट्सनी याच्यावर भर द्यावा, सास प्रोग्रामिंग वर.
ओके ओके, थँक्यू सर.
थँक्यू. And this SAS programming is related to CDM, so you can prefer this also.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Samarin Mukadam wants to ask question: what is eligibility criteria for clinical studies? Okay, clinical studies. Okay, eligibility criteria. Actually, I didn't get your question. You want to ask about your career, or do you want to ask about means if a subject wants to participate in trial, then what is the inclusion? Means what is the participation criteria in study, right?
Wait, sir.
So please
I will
specify
unmute
your
her.
question.
Okay, Samrin, go ahead with the question. Samrin, Samrin, go ahead with your question.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. She wants to ask about career. Okay. So eligibility criteria is you need to about 60%. Actually, minimum is the 60% criteria, and another is the you have to be BPharm graduate for CDM. At least BPharm graduate, or you can additional courses like a SAS programming, data science. You can do that also.
Okay. Sir,
Okay.
whether student will go to the PG diploma courses or the postgraduate courses for the clinical research?
PG diploma or post. Sorry, I didn't get your question. Can you please repeat?
The short-term courses also there in the PG diploma courses
CDM,
in
right?
the yes.
Okay. I think rather than PG means post graduation, students should directly enter into clinical data management, because there's no difference of means there are not means there's no difference for means BPharm students and MPharm students while working there. Okay, so no any difference there. So you can directly enter into uh, means CDM after completion of your BPharm.
Okay. Anything is there?
Hello, Akshay sir.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes.
Ha, sir. It's me, Jagtap madam. I have a simple question. All job opportunities related to clinical data management, these are all available with all metro cities or our nearby cities also, like Kolhapur, Satara, Sangli.
I think it's available in metro cities only, like Pune,
Okay.
Mumbai, Bangalore, then
Ha.
Ahmedabad, like this. We don't have
Okay.
any opportunities in Satara, Sangli, Kolhapur.
Okay.
So anyone want to ask question?
Sir, I want to ask one question.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is Mulan, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the future of this job after this pandemic condition? Are you recruiting new candidates, or yet you don't know anything about the recruitment?
Yeah, actually recruitment is ongoing, not at IQVIA, but others are recruiting, because due to COVID, studies count has increased. Okay, because
Yeah.
all sponsors are now running behind to search new vaccine on COVID. Okay, so they want peoples to work on it. That's why means demand has increased now.
Because before that lockdown, I had talked with HR of that IQVIA.
Okay.
I am working as a TPO here. So he said we will check availability and will arrange the campus, or otherwise I
Okay.
will give off-campus interview to your institute. So that's why I'm asking you what is the future.
Actually, current recruitment has
Because
stopped because due
yeah.
to lockdown, students or people are not able to visit organization for interview, right? That's where recruitment has stopped. By the way, otherwise, demand is more because the COVID studies has increased now.
Oh yes. Means scope is there in IQVIA also after this pandemic condition.
Yes.
Okay. Anything is there? Anyone want to ask question? Okay.
Okay, I'm sharing my slide for. I hope you are able to see, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So take this my contact details if you have any doubt or if you want to join means, not only CDM, if you want guidance related to medical writing, medical coding, medical centralized monitoring, any others. So you can call me on this number or drop me a message or you can mail me as well. So take my contact details.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So note down, please. If you have any question, you can ask it in time. Okay. Okay. So
I
shall I
think
conclude?
one more question is there. Wait, I think one more question is there.
It has been covered, sir. Which are the opportunities in
Thank
this
you, sir.
field?
I think.
Okay. Then I think we have discussed everything and we have finished everything. So I think we can wind up this call, right?
Okay. So please stop your
So yeah, I'm
hearing.
stopping. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for giving me
Sir,
opportunity
it was a
to
nice
speak.
and very informative session, sir.
Okay, thank you, Nilesh, sir.
And you covered each and every aspect of this CDM, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a certificate of appreciation. It is visible, sir?
Oh, yeah, it's visible.
Okay. This is a certificate of appreciation from the Anna Saheb Dange College of Pharmacy, Ashta.
Okay, can you please mail me this?
Yes, you can mail it us, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So,
I think, okay, continue.
yes, sir, we will send it by mail also, certificate of appreciation, sir. So I request all the participants to please make it visible. Please make it visible. Allow it to video all. Go into the more options and start video. All the participants, please make it visible so you can take the photo of this session. Janvi, Jyotsna Patil, Shubham, Ritika, please make it visible. Aradhna, Shreya, Samrin. Wait for a while. So, thank you, sir. Thank you for giving such a nice informative session. So, I would like to share here vote of thanks. So, first of all, I would like to thank Mr. Akshay Sutar, sir, for accepting our invitation and giving such a valuable information to our student. And also I would also thank the management, Professor R.A. Kane sir, Executive Director, Principal Dr. R.B. Jadhav sir, all the faculty members, our Vice Principal, Admin, Professor Sajne sir, and our Vice Principal Academics, Rajesh Jagtap sir, all the faculty members and students. Thank you for joining this session. And I think it is the last session, last webinar session of this webinar series. And we got the huge response from all the candidates, all the participants. So please continue giving such responses so we can continue further from here onwards. So thank you for the joining for the today's session. Okay. Mari sir, if you want to continue, if you want to say anything, you can say it now.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Rajesh Sheta sir.
Hello.
Jagtap sir.
Yes. Hello.
Jagtap sir.
Hello.
Okay. So Akshay Sutar sir, very nice and informative session. This is Rajesh Jagtap, Chief Coordinator of this webinar series May 2020. And it was very nice to hear from you. And I am attending this session from the beginning, session. And I'm very thankful for this for accepting our invitation and joining us and guiding our students. So last but not the least, I would like to say to all these students participating in this particular webinar series, thank you very much for your huge response, as Nilesh sir just said, for this huge response. And I'm especially thankful to all the coordinators. As a chief coordinator, I'm especially thankful to all the coordinators for successful coordination of this webinar series. Starting from the I will take the name of all the coordinators, starting from the Guru Prasad Sutar sir, then Nilesh Jangde sir, then Dr. Tamboi sir, then Mulani sir, then Sujit Desai sir, and Swapnil Patil sir, and also somehow other people also who contributed at their level, more at their level. That is for preparation of this particular registration form from Mote sir, then feedback form from the Jadhav sir, then also the Nargade sir has designed very nice certificate for the speaker. So each and every stakeholder of this particular institute who is contributed in this particular webinar series, and this is the reason only we concluded all these 44 webinars without any interruption, without any rescheduling in this particular allotted period of the time. So it's very happy feeling for me and happy feeling for each and every of our pharma professional and from our institute. So thank you very much from my bottom of heart to all these coordinators, and also to the principal, then Sajne sir for nicely designing that flyers also. And last but not the least, the Dr. R.B. Jadhav sir, because of his idea, we all came across with this particular activity, and now today we have concluded this particular webinar series. So thank you one and all, and thank you very much for joining with us, all the students and all the speakers. Thank you.
Thank you, Akshay Sutar sir, for joining the webinar session and giving such a valuable session. We will see you again. We will conclude our webinar session here. So thank you all for joining. Thank you. Thank you. We'll end it here.
Thank you, Nilesh sir. Okay.